What's up, guys? So today I wanted to let you know 10 tips for beginners before you get chickens. So one thing is when you get chickens, well, okay, what equipment am I going to use? Now, I use just a plain chicken waterer with, it's a heated chicken waterer. I'll put a clip on screen. Um, it has, and it's heated and you just plug it in. And then I use a little two-way adapter and have a little extension cord come through the roof, because you're also going to need a heat lamp. That's the other main thing. You're going to need a heat lamp and a heated waterer. Now, if your heat lamp is warming up your coop and your coop is insulated enough, you probably don't really have to worry about the heated waterer. Now, with us, I live in Wisconsin. It gets cold in the winter. It's pretty bad. So our water does freeze. So this winter, I actually went and purchased a heated water. So, also, sorry if the sound quality is bad. It's pretty windy today. The other thing is, okay, what do I want to do with my chickens when I clean it out? I just take a rake and clean out the inside of their coop, and that's all you really need. When you do that, and just take a little shovel, wheelbarrow, even a bucket, depending on how big your coop is, just take it out. And then when you do that, just go dump it somewhere, make a pile, and actually that will ferment and make good dirt. So if you're using a garden, put that in your garden and it'll ferment and turn into dirt. When you do that, when your garden, make sure it's not like too chicken poop, because the feces could infect your food. The other thing is, so tip 3 for beginners, I would say with chickens, my favorite breed of chickens for beginners is Brahmas. Yes, Brahmas are amazing. I have 3 Brahmas. They're the American Brahma breed, and they're so amazing. They don't attack you. I mean, the hens don't really attack. But if you do get a rooster, they're usually alright, but depending on how they're raised. The other thing is like, okay, I'm worried about my chickens not having enough protein or food. Just get some good pellet food at your local farm shop, Tractor Supply, whatever you live by. Also, another thing about protein is mealworms. If you get a bag of mealworms and just give them about a handful every week, spread it out. I let them out into the grass every week. They love it. So I feel bad having them cooped up in the outside of their chicken run all week. It's just, you feel bad. So I let them out every day. But if you're worried about predators, I actually just stay out, just stay out here with them. And you don't have to worry about that. No fox is going to come get your chickens when you're sitting out here. The other thing is, for food, is if you're worried about, like, what should I feed my food for scraps, but I also don't want my chickens getting sick. Food is good. Like most foods, you will not have to worry about it. I do recommend not feeding your chickens chips. Chips are hard on their stomachs and can actually, it's hard for them to process that because they don't chew. Instead, they eat little rocks to tumble up and destroy the food in their stomach. And that's pretty hard to do with a little rock in the chip. And it could actually end up poking their stomach and ended up cutting the inside of your stomach, and you could end up losing a chicken. So I've found that their favorite foods are blueberries, lettuce, and rotten bananas. But just peel the banana about halfway, and there you go. You got that good. Also, with your chickens, if you're worried about predators, you really don't have to worry about it. I'll put a clip at the end of my chicken coop and how it's set up. But I just put the wire about a foot down into the ground so that a fox or like a weasel can't dig through. I do still lock my chickens up. I have a chicken run. I'll put a clip on the screen of that too. I have a little door with a bungee cord that's set up like that, and you just kind of unhook it. No big deal. and you walk them up every night, let them out in the morning, and that way you don't have to worry about weasels or something getting your chickens at night. I did lose a chicken to free ranging. I used to have 4 Brahma chickens, now I only have 3, because I did lose a chicken to a fox, and that fox still hangs around. That's what I say, I do recommend watching your chickens if you do free range them. That's totally up to you. Also, some of you might live in a city and can't free range your chickens, or a town. It's totally fine. I live out in the country, so it's totally fine to free range your chickens. So the other thing is, if you're worried about like playing them getting bored in their coop, if you can't let them out too often, I honestly just built like some outside roosts and like some little boards that are high up for them to walk on and roost on. That's what I found best. And that actually works great, and that's playful for them. I also did make a little swing, but they wouldn't go on that. Some chickens might, but my chickens did not like it. The other thing is, if you're worried about like food, but you don't want to make it too easy for them to get, I actually have 2 ropes. I'll put a clip on screen, and I just hang like from the root, and then have the plant hang down, and I hang it to about a good height, so that they actually have to stretch their necks, and you try and get it naturally. That's what I've found to work really good. If you're worried about the outside of your coop, I actually just did a video on this, but it just got deleted. So I'll do another video when it's dirty again. But the outside of your chicken one will get dirty. My chickens actually intentionally spray straw out of their inside area into the chicken run area, and it makes a pretty big mess. So I just take a rake, leaf rake or dirt rake, doesn't really matter. Right here I have a trailer, which is what I use to clean my coop. And then I just use a pitchfork usually, and a dirt rake. And that works really well. The dirt rake is for cleaning the outside area, and then I use a leaf rake for the inside area. Wow, really windy today. Sorry guys if it's not good sound quality. I'm also recording on iPhone 11. I'll get a better setup soon. So the other thing is when you clean out their area, rake it up, use a pitchfork, scoop it into my trailer, my handy dandy trailer bit right here. And then what I do is take a pitchfork or a shovel, and I just dig up the dirt and flip it over. And that's actually really, really good for them because they like to scratch in that dirt. And they also find worms and bugs. They really just love all of that. So the other thing with your chickens outside is they'll take dirt baths. So you want like sandy area. I don't have super sandy area. I just have really dry dirt, which works just as fine. And they just take little dirt baths, and that's how they clean themselves. Sorry, loud chicken. And that's how they clean themselves, and they'll do that every day. And so that's not unusual if you think they might have mites. It's actually how they get mites off of them. So the other thing is you want like sand or like little rocks in your outside area. I just have little rocks. I don't use sand. And what they do with that rocks is they eat those teeny tiny little rocks, and that grinds up the food in their stomach because they don't chew. They just peck. So, I mean, that's all I really got for you guys. If you're a beginner and that you're new to chickens, this will be totally perfect for you. That's exactly what you want. If you've had chickens before, you want like a beginner guide on equipment, I can do another thing on that, but just let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming to Russell's Roost.